The Denver Broncos, one of the most iconic franchises in the NFL, has faced years of struggles and uncertainty since their last appearance in the Super Bowl. For a decade, the team experienced a roller coaster ride of highs and lows, with unmet promises and a sense of disorientation within the locker room. But in 2023, the hiring of Sean Payton as head coach brought a new era of hope. Under his leadership, the team began to change its mindset, strategy, and culture, reigniting the faith of fans and the confidence within the organization. In this text, we will explore how Payton, with his aggressive style and strategic vision, is shaping the future of the Broncos and making them an elite team, ready to contend for championships and perhaps even reach the long-awaited Super Bowl 60. When Sean Payton was hired as head coach of the Denver Broncos, the entire league paid attention. Payton, who made history with the New Orleans Saints, brought with him a winning mentality and a highly respected leadership style. It was clear that he wouldn't just be another coach, but a catalyst for cultural change for the Broncos team. In his first few months, Payton already showed he was determined to rebuild the Broncos from the inside out. The team, which had once seemed lost with no clear identity, was now becoming a well-oiled machine with a clear vision for success. Payton's strategy involved not only the technical aspect but also a transformation in the locker room culture and performance expectations. He was very clear in stating that the Broncos were not merely aiming for a playoff spot, but for a place in Super Bowl 60. Payton has a sense of urgency, but also of patience. He understands that the rebuilding journey takes time, but his quick and decisive actions are putting the Broncos on the right path. The way he has reshaped the roster, focusing on depth and quality, shows that the Broncos have a long-term vision, but they also know that success can come faster than one might think. In 2025, the Broncos began to reap the rewards of their strategic moves in free agency and trades. The arrival of players like Talanoa Hufanga and Dre Greenlaw transformed the Broncos' defense into one of the most feared in the league. Talanoa Hufanga, for example, is not just a safety who will take up a spot on the field. He is a natural leader, described by Payton as a player who sets the tempo of the game. His ability to make powerful tackles and intelligently cover passes makes him a key piece in the Broncos' defense. Furthermore, his presence in the locker room is a huge asset, as he is the kind of player who elevates everyone around him. Dre Greenlaw, on the other hand, brought an aggressiveness and tactical intelligence that had been missing from the Broncos' defensive line. His style of play is compared to some of the best linebackers in the NFL, and his ability to position himself strategically on the field makes him a crucial addition. Greenlaw is the type of player who never backs down from a challenge and brings an intense energy to the team. These signings are not just about adding physical talent, they are a manifestation of the culture that Payton is building. He is not just seeking good players, but players who bring leadership and accountability to the locker room. The addition of these athletes with a winning mindset reflects Payton's pursuit of a team ready to compete at the highest level, rather than just striving for a playoff berth. One of the biggest challenges the Denver Broncos have faced in recent years has been the lack of a reliable quarterback. Since Peyton Manning's departure, the team struggled to find a worthy successor, leading to frustrating seasons and underperformance. However, the arrival of Bo Nix was one of the most intriguing moves by the franchise. Bo Nix, the promising quarterback, was a strategic signing for the Broncos. Payton, known for his work with quarterbacks, sees in Nix untapped potential. The coach believes that Nix has the necessary talent to be the future of the franchise, and his winning mentality makes him a natural leader in the locker room. Although the quarterback position is still a point of competition within the team, the fact that Payton is betting on Nix as the future star of the team indicates that the Broncos are ready to embark on a new phase. Nix is not just a new name on the roster, He is the embodiment of the Denver Broncos' renewal. His confidence and aggressive play style are exactly what the franchise needs to compete again at the highest level of the NFL. One of the most notable aspects of the Broncos' rebuilding is the cultural shift within the organization. Under Payton's leadership, loyalty and commitment to the team are now the pillars of this new era. Courtland Sutton, one of the team's most talented receivers, exemplifies this transformation. Sutton is entering the final year of his guaranteed contract, but instead of creating drama or resisting a potential trade, he has shown an unwavering commitment to the team and to Payton's vision. Sutton is not only dedicating himself to his role on the field, but also becoming a key figure in defining a new culture within the locker room. He deeply believes in the process and his connection with Bo Nix, and this reflects the team's overall trust. Sutton is the kind of player who leads by example, and his attitude of total commitment is exactly what the Broncos need to succeed. He represents the type of player Payton is seeking, someone who values the team above personal interests. This team-oriented mindset and dedication have spread throughout the roster. The Broncos' locker room is now an environment where mutual responsibility and authentic leadership are emphasized. Payton has worked to build a cohesive unit where every player knows their role and is committed to helping each other achieve the same goal to win the Super Bowl. The identity of the Denver Broncos, which was once marked by ups and downs, is now clearer than ever. Under Sean Payton's leadership, the Broncos are becoming a team focused on aggressiveness, resilience, and leadership. This new mentality is not only about what happens on the field, but also about what happens behind the scenes. The team now presents itself with a strong and defined identity, both on the playing field and in its actions off it. The restructuring of the medical staff, for example, reflects the desire to keep the players healthy and ready to compete. Payton and Penner, the team's owner, have been meticulous in ensuring that all aspects of the organization are well taken care of, from physical preparation to the locker room culture. Additionally, the return of the Denver Broncos classic uniforms for 4 games in the 2025 season is not just a tribute to the past, but also a symbol of the future. The franchise is embracing its history while heading toward a bold future. The retro helmets and classic uniforms are a way to remember the team's glory days, while also preparing for a future where Super Bowl 60 is within reach. The Denver Broncos, who have long suffered from a lack of identity and leadership, are now becoming a formidable team. Under Sean Payton's leadership, the Broncos are not just seeking relevance, they are positioning themselves to dominate the NFL in the coming years. The additions of elite players like Hufanga, Greenlaw, and Bo Nix, combined with a new culture of loyalty and teamwork, are the foundation of a team ready to compete for Super Bowl 60. The Broncos have a clear vision and a well-defined strategy. The reshaping of the roster, the focus on leadership and performance, and the confidence from everyone within the organization indicate that we are only at the beginning of a new era of success for the team. The franchise is now prepared to challenge the best, and 2025 may be the year that the Denver Broncos, with their transformed culture, finally return to the top of the NFL.